Most people spend their whole lives chasing money, yet money always seems to run faster than they do. The bills stack up. The career path feels unstable. Savings vanish after an emergency or impulse purchase. Meanwhile, the wealthy, what we call the 1%, don't just hold on to their money, they multiply it effortlessly. The most frustrating part? They don't have some secret brain implant. They aren't working 120 hours a week. They simply think differently. The 1% don't play by the same rules as the 99%, and that's exactly why they win. If you think getting rich means winning the lottery, inheriting millions, or being born into money, I can tell you, Todd, you've been sold a myth. Big wealth can be created from scratch, but only if you learn to think the opposite of how the masses think about money, investing, assets, and time. Let's break down, step by step, how the rich quietly pull away from everyone else, and how you can start doing it no matter your income level. Before that, if you're ready to break through barriers and achieve greatness, hit that subscribe button. We're here to support your journey to success. Let's get started. Number 1. They think in assets, not paychecks. Ask the average person what financial security means, and they'll say a stable job with a good paycheck. Ask the wealthy, and they'll say a basket of assets that produce passive income whether they work or not. This is the first mental shift. A paycheck is short-term oxygen. Assets are a lifelong supply of air tanks. Assets are anything that puts money in your pocket without needing your daily labor. Think dividend stocks, rental properties, index funds, or even owning a slice of an IPO before it booms. When you own Apple stock or a piece of a dividend-paying ETF, you're literally planting seeds that keep giving fruit year after year. The 99% fight for more hours at work, while the 1% fight to accumulate more assets. One group trades time for money, the other forces money to bring back more money. That's why you'll see someone with a $60,000 salary struggle forever, while another person with the same income builds wealth steadily because they stash $500 each month into assets that grow. After 5 years, that portfolio is not just a savings account. It's a mini money machine fueled by compound interest and stock market appreciation. Don't obsess over paychecks. Build a habit of converting a portion of your income, no matter how small, into assets. A $200 a month contribution into an S&P 500 index fund or into dividend stocks might look boring today, but over the years, the snowball effect is unstoppable. Number 2. The 1% see money as soldiers, not just numbers. Most people see money as digits flashing on a bank statement. Rich people see every dollar as a soldier they can send into battle. The goal is not to spend soldiers recklessly, but to deploy them in ways that capture more territory, more equity, more stocks, more real estate deals. The average person treats $1,000 like a shopping spree. The wealthy treat that same $1,000 as seed money. If you put $1,000 into a high-quality dividend stock or a low-cost index fund in America or globally at even just a 7% average return, that same $1,000 turns into about $7,600 over 30 years. That's without working an extra hour. That's without taking a paycheck raise. That's purely by letting their soldiers work 24/7 in the battlefield of capital markets. If you're always trying to upgrade your car or buy the latest shiny object, you're consuming your soldiers. Once they're gone, they don't fight for you anymore. But if you invest consistently in assets that appreciate in value, whether that's profit-making companies' shares, rental real estate, or even a diversified dividend-paying ETF, you're building an army that earns for you while you sleep. That's why the 1% never feel guilty spending on luxuries later in life, because their soldiers are already working and multiplying behind the scenes. Learn to see every dollar as a worker, not just a number, and wealth suddenly feels like a game you're winning instead of a treadmill you're stuck on. Number 3. They play long games with compound interest. Take 2 friends. One invests $500 a month starting at age 25, the other waits until 35. Both stop adding money at 55. The difference? The early investor could retire with almost double the net worth simply because time supercharged his compound growth. That's why Warren Buffett says his wealth didn't explode until his late 50s, because compound interest had decades to brew. Here's a truth most people don't want to accept. Wealth isn't about being smarter than everyone else. It's about being more patient. Compound interest is the most boring yet powerful concept in finance, but the rich love boring things that result in multi-million-dollar portfolios. Instead of chasing hot stock tips or the next hedge fund opening, the rich focus on boring consistency. Think index funds tracking the S&P 500, dividend-paying stocks, or mutual funds reinvesting dividends. It's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. That's why the 1% calmly ignore crashes. They know that when the stock market dips, it's a temporary sale, not a disaster. The 99% panic and sell. The 1% buy more at a discount. That's opposite thinking in action. So here's the challenge. Don't wait for a good time. Start today, even if it's $20 into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. 10 years from now, you'll thank yourself. Number 4, they value ownership over consumption. The wealthy understand a principle most people ignore. You will never become rich owning liabilities, only by owning appreciating assets. The masses want the latest iPhone, the rich want a piece of Apple stock. One drops in value the second you buy it. The other has historically climbed in equity growth for decades. This difference in mindset is staggering. A $1,000 designer bag loses half its resale value in 1 year. That same $1,000 in shares, index funds, or a rental property deposit can start generating dividends or cash flow. Assets either pay you or grow in net worth. Liabilities burn holes in your pocket and drain your wealth-building potential. Here's the kind of opposite-thinking situation the 1% live by. The middle class upgrades cars every 5 years, losing thousands in depreciation. The wealthy drive their old car longer, and the money saved goes toward investments. That investment might eventually buy a new car outright, with cash from appreciation or dividends, not from credit. Every time you're tempted to buy something new, ask, am I choosing consumption or ownership? Imagine building a dividend stock portfolio that sends you $500 a month. That monthly cash flow pays for luxuries guilt-free. You don't have to sacrifice joy. You just flip the order. First build ownership, then consume with the profits. This doesn't mean you can never spend on wants. It means you use delayed gratification in smart ways. Real estate investors, entrepreneurs, and dividend seekers all play the same game. Own first, consume later. That small shift explains why wealthy people seem to spend casually while others drown in budgets. Number 5, they leverage debt to multiply wealth. Imagine buying a $500,000 property with only $100,000 of your own money, using a $400,000 mortgage. If the property value increases by just 5% in a year, that's $25,000 in appreciation. That gain isn't just on your $100,000 down payment, it's on the full $500,000, meaning your return is 25%, 5 times what it would be without leverage. This is how the rich amplify their ROI. Meanwhile, the rental income from tenants is used to pay the mortgage and cover property expenses, often yielding positive monthly cash flow. Tax codes often reward this behavior, allowing the wealthy to deduct mortgage interest and property depreciation, boosting profits even further. The average person shies away from debt entirely, missing out on real estate or business opportunities. The 1% borrow for the right reasons: clear cash flow, solid growth plans, and reliable exit strategies. The secret: they view debt as a launch pad, not a life raft. Use debt tactically for investments that generate income, like rental properties and stocks, and you can build wealth much faster than relying on savings alone. Number 6, they build multiple streams of income. The masses cling to a single paycheck, terrified of what happens if it disappears. The wealthy deliberately engineer multiple income streams, so that no single setback can shake their financial foundation. A portfolio diversified across stocks, real estate, mutual funds, index funds, digital products, and even entrepreneurship lets them sleep soundly, knowing money works for them 24/7. The rich automate their savings and investments, reinvest profits to compound their wealth, and constantly look for new opportunities, like early IPO allocations or joining hedge fund openings. They track their cash flow religiously, optimize expenses, and understand the tax implications and benefits of having diversified income sources. This isn't just about making more money, it's about never leaving themselves exposed to a single point of failure. The number 1 myth to bust is the idea that you need special knowledge, connections, or giant salaries to build wealth like the 1%. Not true. What most wealthy people have is discipline, patience, and a system. Don't wait for a windfall, a promotion, or a miracle IPO to transform your life. Start today. Use what you have. Build your system. Every small win compounds into big results over years. I'm dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through right knowledge. If this video resonated with you, like it, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe for more wisdom. Now, if you want to know how rich people build wealth without looking rich, then watch this video. I'll see you there.